Welcome to March 14th, 2009, the 7th day of the week. That is the Lord's Sabbath. Well, brother, let's get right on over into the Lord's Care Ministry. Knowledge and wisdom comes from above, day 73 of the year 2009. Brethren, let's open up our Bibles again so that you can read along with me. Write the chapter and verse down so that you can study the whole context at your own leisure. Don't forget to use the pause button because I'll go through faster than what you probably can find chapter and verse. So we go to John chapter 6 and verse 63, and we read, "The words that I speak unto you, they are the Spirit, and they are life." Now let's go to James chapter 1 and verse 18. "Of his own will begat he us with the word of truth." Now let's turn over to 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 6. "The letter is killing, but the Spirit is giving life." Ephesians chapter 5 verses 25 through 27. "Christ loved the church, and he gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such things." Okay, now let's turn over to Psalms chapter 119, verse 9, 50, 11, 16, 42, 72, 93, and chapter 103, verses 103 and 104. "Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. Thy word has quickened me. Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. I will not forget thy word. I trust in thy word. The law of thy mouth is better unto than 1,000 of gold and silver. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than the honey to my mouth. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way." Wisdom comes from above. A friend loves at all times. Fools are bad neighbors. They despise. Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 12. "He who is devoid of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his peace." Proverbs chapter 14 verses 20 through 21. "The poor man is hated even by his own neighbor, but the rich has many friends. He who despises his neighbor sins, but he who has mercy on the poor, happy is he." They entice. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 29. "A violent man entices his neighbor, and leads him in a way that is not good." They harm. Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 10. "The soul of the wicked desires evil. His neighbor finds no favor in his eyes." They destroy. Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 9. "The hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge the righteous will be delivered." We will finish with Psalms chapter 19 verse 14. "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." A Philippian pilgrim, a workman for God, a friend of Christ. Friendship with Jesus. John chapter 15 verse 15. "I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father I have made known to you." Brethren, in God's word only do we trust. never in the tradition of men. Brethren, are you taking the first day of the week tomorrow as the Lord's Sabbath? That's the tradition of men. That goes against anything the Lord has taught all through the Bible. All through it. Fact is, the Sabbath, the seventh-day Sabbath is mentioned more times per book in the New Testament than it is per book in the Old.